Chapter 4 is all about operational and management strategies. Innovation 2045 includes a comprehensive set of 4 overarching regional and 8 project-level transportation element-specific strategies. These strategies will help preserve existing transportation assets, improve system performance, enhance residents' quality of life, support economic development, provide more transportation choices, and protect the environment. The 4 overarching strategies and 8 project-level strategies are all linked through the Dover-Kent County Metropolitan Organization Decision Lens Project Priority Process. Support of our federal and state partner strategies, and integration with our local partners' economic and land use policies. 1. Leverage Dover-Kent MPO Partner Comprehensive Land Use Plans and the 2020 Delaware State Strategy for State Policies and Spending. The purpose of the state strategies is to coordinate land use decision-making with the provision of infrastructure and services in a manner that makes the best use of our natural and fiscal resources. This strategy also includes reviewing updated comprehensive plans from our Dover-Kent MPO partners to ensure that transportation elements, as described, can be supported by Innovation 2045 goals, objectives, and performance measures where applicable, leveraging existing transportation networks and systems, i.e. roads, instead of building new ones, contrary to the 2020 state strategies. Number 2. Support economic development. Examples of transportation projects supporting economic development could include any existing road improvements, proposed new local roads, new buses or bus routes, multimodal paths, or facilities that directly support economic development projects like a new business park, opportunity zones, employment centers, etc. The second part of this strategy encourages employers to incentivize best transportation practices, such as increased rideshare efforts, and increase multimodal use. These can be based on informal arrangements between individuals or formally arranged through ride matching services. Available research indicates that improving awareness, trust, and willingness to ride with strangers, as well as flexibility in scheduling, may help to increase carpool use. Number 3. Foster complete communities. Similar to the first strategy, Complete Communities is a program supported by the Delaware Office of State Planning Coordination and DelDOT. The Complete Communities program provides land use planning tools and techniques. It uses complete streets as one of the 5 elements of a complete community. Innovation in Motion uses the Complete Communities program as part of its long-range transportation plan implementation strategy. And as such, the Dover-Kent MPO will facilitate the use of complete communities as one of Innovation 2045's operation and management strategies. 4. Pursue innovative transportation systems preservation. As population and employment centers increase, our roadway network can become constrained during typical commuter times. This situation decreases as the LOS standard for those roads and potentially adding to poor quality as more motor vehicles idle in stop-and-go traffic. The Dover-Kent MPO supports the leveraging of technology as a means to preserve the current roadway network before considering adding additional lanes to existing roadways as a new technique to increase traffic flow. And finally, the Dover-Kent MPO project level or transportation element strategies. The following categories are considered transportation elements that may receive transportation project funding: roadways, studies, multimodal, bicycle, pedestrian, transit, freight, and safety. For roadways, the overall strategy is to preserve the existing transportation system. This strategy includes focusing investments on upgrades to alternative routes, providing local roadway connections that increase connectivity, providing alternative access, particularly for local motorists, and ensuring local roads are upgraded in a manner consistent with future growth, as shown in Dover-Kent MPO's partners' comprehensive plans, long-range transportation plans, transportation planning studies, and the state strategies. Studies. Proposed transportation studies are identified either within Innovation 2045 or the annual Unified Planning Work Program, UPWP. The study recommendations are ranked as primary, studies mentioned specifically in the MTP, secondary, studies that support specific goals within the MTP, or tertiary, studies that support partners' comprehensive plan projects. Multimodal projects support two or more different transportation modes or elements. For example, a pathway that can be used by bicyclists and pedestrians. There could also be multimodal projects within specific level transportation element strategies, such as freight with a truck and rail terminal facility, transit with a bike rack on a new electric bus, or bicycle parking at transit stops, and connectivity projects to utilize existing transportation assets, such as improved signage, access to roads development, or support of an integrated transportation corridor and or improvements to productivity, efficiency, and security that supports good movement. Bicycle. As stated in the Dover-Kent MPO 2017 Regional Bike Plan, the vision for Kent County is to become a place where many people, young and old, use bicycles for transportation and or recreation. Pedestrian. The Dover-Kent MPO supports transportation projects that help improve the quality of life throughout Kent County by promoting safe and convenient pedestrian travel, and that enhances personal mobility, accessibility, and fitness. Transit. The overall transit strategy for Innovation 2045 will focus on land use and technological changes. Transit-oriented development goals will be considered in transportation project funding priority selection, as well as new bus technologies such as electric and natural gas power. Freight. The Innovation 2045 freight strategy will also focus on land use issues, specifically land use policies, decisions, and related factors which influence the potential relationships or conflicts that may occur between existing and future developments and the freight movements that must serve or pass by local communities. Safety. Although listed as the 8th project level transportation element strategy, safety is the number one strategy. Safety initiatives focus on improvements to reduce crashes. DelDOT continually reviews crash data and crash rates throughout the state. DelDOT identifies roadway segments and intersections that have higher than average crash rates, notes the primary contributing circumstances for the crashes, and develops recommendations to address the identified safety needs. DelDOT publishes an annual highway safety report, which provides an overview of strengths, efforts, challenges, and legislative issues that provide a comprehensive review of the year's success stories. The strategy is to support DelDOT's Highway Safety Plan and annual report and include safety criteria in the Dover-Kent MPO's performance measures. Also, the MPO will maintain safety as the most important screening criteria when considering road safety projects that are expected to help reduce the number of fatalities and serious injuries by 50% by 2035. Fusing the strategic approach. We link our strategies with a quantitative software tool called Decision Lens. As mentioned previously, Decision Lens is used to evaluate and score transportation projects categorized in any one of the 8 categories, also referred to as project-level transportation element strategies, to establish funding priorities. Elements of the 4 overarching regional strategies, federal and state partner strategies, and integration with our local partners' economic and land use policies are all linked through the Dover-Kent MPO Decision Lens project priority process when considering funding priority for any transportation project within the 8 categories. These linked strategies will help us to select transportation projects which will meet national, regional, and state transportation planning objectives, apply national and state performance measures, consider state and local land use planning and policy initiatives, include environmental considerations, and evaluate social justice concerns.